Hello, hello, hello. Wee bit of a shadow, but I can't do anything. Well, I don't know. I'm sure there's something that can be done. I know there's some sort of special lighting I can put on, but probably not going to do that. So it's Sunday, December 28th. Jeez, where did December go? Poof, it's gone. Absolutely gone. So I'm not going to talk to myself, so I'll wait for somebody. Wow, it is Sunday. Hi, Teresa. I was looking, I was thinking, it is Sunday, right? I am sometimes forgetting what day of the week it is. No, not really. Sometimes, when you're retired, it's kind of one day at a time, and it's all one day is the next day. Hi, April. I'm somebody sometimes. Yeah, I know. Good to see you, April. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I've got some more Christmas cards. I think this is the most I've ever received. It's very exciting. And of course, hi, Joyce. And they will be recycled next year for next part of next year's Christmas batch. And hi, Terry. No, April. Oh, April saying hi. Hi, Val. It's tomorrow morning over there, correct? I think. Welcome, welcome. Let me pull. Well, I can read the chat pretty good here. Yeah, I can't see, and I've got to go to the eye doctor. I talked about this last week. They said I need cataract surgery, so I've got to get off my ass and make an appointment at least for the new year. I don't know how long it's going to take for all of that to happen. And I drove across Florida. And I'm thinking, how am I going to do this? I can't really see, but I have Nav app on my phone, on my car, and I wasn't even sure that worked. But I got in the car and I hit the NAV button, Nav. I typed in my friend's address. Hi, Uda. And lo and behold, there was a nice lady that led me all the way from here to Bradenton, right to their doorstep, so to speak, and said, "You have arrived at your destination." Basically, my job is done. She signed off. I only got lost because sometimes when they tell you to take the next right, it's not usually that right, because I was at a light and there was a right there. And it said take the next right in so many feet, and I wasn't sure, and I didn't see a street sign, so I took that right, and that was the wrong right. But she led me all around like a loop, a circle, and brought me back to the highway. And then I went down to the next light, and that was the right, if that makes any sense. And then it led me into the complex that they lived in. And I only had to phone them to find out where they wanted me to park. So it was pretty successful. And I could read the nav, because the nav's on a screen about yay big, right on my side eye view off, in the car. And I could read that. And it showed you things coming up and roads splitting. And so it worked out really. I know. And I didn't use my phone. And I thought that was I really thought it was a subscription service. But apparently my friend's son said, no, if it's in the car, it's in the car. So anyway, it worked. It was great. Coming home, I made pretty good time, I think. And yeah. So the trip was, the drive was, and I did the whole thing on one tank of gas. I still have 52 miles left on this third tank of gas. This is only my third tank of gas. And I have 800 miles on the car, but I don't go anywhere. 0.2 of a mile to play bridge, 0.2 of a mile to come home. So it takes a while for me to even travel a mile. But anyway, So I want to share with you some Christmas stuff and happy mail from Michelle. Uh, and I was late opening this stuff. As you know, I was away and I just stacked it, and I was not really opening everything in a timely fashion, and I apologize for that. But Michelle sent me these cute little needlepoint counted cross stitch, and they even come with the little thingies. And when they're done, they will be ornaments for my tree. So I'm very excited about that because it'll be an ornament that I kind of made. I've never done cross stitch before, but it looks pretty straightforward. And yeah, so thank you so much, Michelle. I'm going to enjoy playing with this, doing it. And got a whole bunch of Christmas cards. So quickly, they're all open. So this is from a beautiful card from, thought I had it all open. A lovely lady, Judy Patton. So thank you for that. Beautiful card. A lovely note. You know, she said that she was sorry that I had lost my Lily and they had lost their dog this year too. So we kind of going through that grief, and this beautiful postcard. Isn't that cool with the hummingbirds? Yes. So thank you, Judy. And then, of course, is my chat moving? Yeah. Okay. And of course, a wonderful card from none other than Ginger Cat Lady Pam. And this is, I've watched her make these cards, and they are so awesome. I love the stamps. You know how much time it takes her to make one card? It's crazy. These are stamps, and she colors them in with watercolor pencils. And then, yeah. So thank you, Pam. Beautiful card. Um, and thank you. I love being part of that your community. It's a wonderful community. Very lovely card. So thank you for that. And this is from a bridge partner. I know it because she calls me Annie. What a cute drawing. And she's an artist. She's a, hi, Rose. Ann? I got your card too. What did I do with it? Oh, I think I left it out in the kitchen. Oh, maybe I opened it. So happy to have you as ex-friends, Kathy. And they have a golden retriever, and this is the puppy who's no longer a puppy. And she's got a dog, two dogs, and a cat. The cat's not in the picture, but she's a lady that I play bridge with. She's one of the nice lady, nice bridge ladies, the nice group that we are so laid back that we kind of keep score. Hi, Wendy. And this is from the infamous Angie. Angie. I'm so grateful and surprised to get a Christmas card from Angie. And I'm certainly going to send probably a birthday Christmas card back because now I have the address. Hi, babe. Violet. Oh my gosh. Hi, Violet. It's so confusing when you get the names of your channel, but I remember the Francinator. Yes. So look at this from Angie. Here's a little something made by me. It's a sticky pad. Hope you enjoy. Thank you, Angie. Look at that. Oh, I love look at that. Well, Angie's look. Angie is very, very, very talented. She makes those beautiful Angie bowls. So thank you, Angie. That goes there. Can't see any addresses. And this is from Matthews. And nicely handmade card, yes. From Mary Matthews and a little dragonfly. Harley's Day Club. Oh, cool. Look at this. Isn't that cute? A little sticker. So thank you. Thank you. I'll take that out. because a whole bunch of dragonflies came flying out. This will go up on I've got several empty shelves where I'm putting, oh, okay. All right. Well, yeah. And what was I going to say? Anyway, I have several empty shelves. I haven't filled them in yet. And I have the cards up there, but it's amazing how quickly things are getting filled in. And this is from Sharon Lombard, a long time fib, many years. Oh, isn't that a cute card? Look at that. So thank you, Sharon. Lovely cards. Yep. All right. So thank you for the cards, everybody. Awesome. Let me get this out of the way. I wanted to share those with everybody. Make sure I have all these addresses. I'm pretty sure I do, but I'm gonna make a new address book, and this time I'm gonna put the addresses in alphabetical order by first name. Roseanne, your card is in the kitchen. I meant to bring it. Oh, wait a minute. Just give me 1 second. I know where it is. Just hang on. Don't go anywhere. It's not where I thought it was, Roseanne. I'll show it next week, okay? Oh, this is interesting. Okay, so in terms of Defembera, postage stamp collage. Oh my God, I did that. I spent hours doing that postage stamp collage. Oh, did I show that to you? I think no. It's in the December. Oh, please don't be waiting yet. This is my neighbor's daughter, right? And there's a brand new pickup truck. A brand new pickup truck in her driveway, right? The garage door is open. The pickup truck is in the driveway with the driver's side door open. And they just drove by in my neighbor's golf cart. Oh, thank you. I did show it. All right, thank you. All right, I will put this in a safe place. Okay, so altered, I showed you that. Yes, okay. All right, coin envelopes. I'm finally up to where we were. Coin envelopes. I found a couple in my stash, and then I had a piece of vellum. And I made some more coin envelopes with some vellum. And I'm in the process of making coins, faux coins to put in the coin envelopes. So, and then the next one was an altered tag. And this tag was the product tag that the Crocodile corner smasher came in. So I altered that card and turned it into a tag, covered it in text. And this was a giant, huge rub-on. I thought I bought the rub-on, and it's kind of like a schematic for an engine. So I did a lot of rubbing. So that's the altered tag. And then this is torn wallpaper that I drew some smash and dragged or whatever, and drew some flowers. I don't know why I should have done that or not. And then, spilled ink. Here's the spilled ink. It's not really spilled because it's really hard to spill the ink. So it was more of this is Mount Martin acrylic ink. And I just kind of did one of these. And I was very fortunate because I didn't hit my computer, just missed it. And I cut this down, and I'm not sure now. Hi, Lisa. I'm not sure now what I'm going to do with it, but it's part of the altered tag. No, yeah, coin envelope and spilled ink. So all I have left to do is um, specimen card and fallen leaves. I have those fallen leaves die cuts, Timmy die cut for leaves, which are just killer. And I have a specimen card die cut too. So I'm going to make specimen cards. I made a couple for the pressed flowers. So that's all that's left. And that is 31, New Year's Eve. And then I guess eventually, to build a journal, to make a journal, to put all the ephemera in. I've got 31 plus pieces. Some things I made more than one or two. So that's pretty much all caught up. Caught up. Boy, did that sound New York? All caught up. Oh my God. Sometimes a lot of times I don't hear my accent. I don't, of course, most people say, well, I don't have a New York accent or I don't have a Southern accent. But every once in a while, I hear it. I'm all caught up. Anyway, that was just really weird. So what I plan to do today is, at least for a little while, is during the Janet M. Young's, Raoul's Streamathon, let me back up. During the Streamathon that's being organized and run by Raoul Reynolds this year, I'm not going to be in the Streamathon. I typically always had the hour before Janet came on. For the last 4 years, at least 4 or 5 years, that I've always been in that time slot before Janet. Last year, I brought in the New Year because Janet had company, as I recall. Janet's back in her normal slot, and she infamously reveals her scavenger hunt list. And I've done her scavenger hunt since 2021. I have scavenger hunt books from, hi, Chris, going back to 2021. So I'm not going to be part of the Streamathon at all this year because my son and grandsons are coming in on the 30th. So I will be spending New Year's Eve with them. But what I've done in the last 2 years during the Streamathon, I've taken a calendar and I've altered it. And I've collaged over the existing calendar images, and I put a quote in. You're building a scavvy journal today? That's awesome, Brenda. It's fun to build. Yeah, it's fun to build the journals. All of my journals, every single journal is different, made out of different materials. Oh, that's right. Chris, do you want to type in what time you're going to be on so everybody knows when you could be on? Yeah, anybody in here that's going to be part of the Streamathon, if you want, please type in your time slot. That would be wonderful. Great. Well, I'm glad you mentioned that. That's super. Excellent. So I'm going to alter the, oh, thank you. So I'm going to alter a calendar. And I was going through all my pictures. I thought I had envelopes for collage that were marked small, large, medium, and small images. And apparently I only have a couple of images like that. Okay, all right. So New Year's Day, 9 to 11 a.m. That's perfect. So please, that would be wonderful. Thanks for posting that. And I think I'm embarrassed. I don't have the information, and where you can go to get. Raoul has it, but if you don't know who Raoul is, you're not going to be able to go to his. I guess if you type in Streamathon, 2026, his name might pop up because I think on his poster, whatever, that's where you'll see the. I think, the schedule. And it starts, obviously, New Year's Eve, and it goes all the way, I think, all the way through New Year's Day, if I'm not mistaken. So, oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Violet. There it is. Violet's posted it. She has Devin's link for the streamathon. Devin's going to be on it. A lot of people are going to be on it. Stream streaming their normal stream time, but incorporated in the streamathon. Ginger Cat Lady Pam is going to be streaming pretty much through the wee hours, like she streams now. And so, yeah, that's where I met so many people. Well, I met Miriam 2 or 3 years ago, because she was on like in the middle of wee hours of the morning here, but it wasn't the wee hours of the morning in Israel. And that's when I first came upon met Miriam a couple of years ago. Met several people who live across the pond, so to speak. It's just a wonderful thing, it just broadens our world. Music Scrap Lady, I think, started it many years ago, and then Mary did it, and then Miriam and Raul, and now Raul. So it's gone, keeps on going. So here's the calendar I'm going to alter, and I'm sorry for the glare. I don't know that I can do any. This is from my health insurance company. Jean, yes, thank you, Jean. That's who it was. Yep, Jean the Music Scrapper. So this is the one I'm going to alter. And yes, these pictures are adorable. However, I'm going to put my own pictures in. And I picked this calendar because it's got nice big blocks for me to write stuff in. So my son's coming in on the 31st. No, the 30th, which is Tuesday. We're going on a cruise January 2nd, 3rd, 4th. Come back to the port on the 5th. I'm taking him from the Port Canaveral directly to the Orlando airport, and they're flying home to Denver. So there you go. So let's start. And I typically pick a quote from, I have these 4 absolutely adorable. Oh, thank you, babes. There's Chris's link to her channel. Thank you so much for doing that. So I have these 4 little books, and they're beaten up, but they're all from Winnie the Pooh. This one is Winnie the Pooh sayings, deep thoughts and ponderings for the wise. And then we have poor Eeyore, gloom and doom for pessimists. And then little somethings and smatterels for food lovers. And from Piglet, we have doubt and disquiet for worriers. So typically I will take like something like this, and I've actually used that as a quote in one of my collages, where it says, at times you feel small and scared. So that's where I'm getting my quotes from. They're coming out of Winnie the Pooh. Di is going to, I know I'm all over the place, but Di is going to show us how to make this incredible journal. And I think it's going to happen, oh boy, 3:30 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow morning at 3:30. It's an incredible journal. It's a new kind of style of binding that I haven't, and I'm thinking that I might make my Winnie the Pooh journal in that journal. I think it might work. I'm not sure. Okay, enough chatter. Let's see what we can find, okay? Again, this is just a random plastic in a bag. I mean, Thank you. Thank you, Wendy. I knew that. I knew that. It's a oh, in my deep crevices, I knew it was a lap book because it folds like this. So I don't know whether that's going to work or not. Hi, Jenny Roberts. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, let's see what we got in here. All right. This looks like this is chock full of all sorts of things, and it may be, oh, this is friggin' gold mine. Look at this. Oh my gosh. I was a busy little fussy cutter, or bitchy cutter, or whatever they have. All right, let's look at this. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. Look at this. How perfect is that for January? And this is a painting by Grandma Moses's grandson. I kid you not. Moses. And I happen to know that that's the grandson. So let's collage that on. I mean, that is perfect, right? We'll cut out some boots. Yeah. Oh, I'm happy. This is going to be so. Look at all these pictures that I have. Huh. Oh, look at. I remember cutting out these pictures, and then I lost them, as we are wont to lose things. Oh boy, this is going to be fun, folks. This is going to be easy. Oh, look at the quote. My favorite memory from childhood is not having to pay bills. Oh. Thanks, Chris. That's Raul's channel. Excellent. Thank you so much, folks, for putting that stuff in. Okay, let's see. What am I going to put down here? Let's just see. Do we have anything? What I've done in... Ooh. Will you looky here? If I can pick it up. How perfect is that? Holy moly. I cut it straighter. Wow. I hit the jackpot here. I really must say. I must really say. I must. Look at all this neat stuff. Oh my. Okay. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, look. I thought it was another long piece. I'm sorry. I'm just really absolutely stoked. And I didn't even mark that elephant. I know, isn't that great? It's so true, right? Because when we were kids growing up, we didn't even think about paying bills. There's that neighbor. And guess what she's doing, Damon? She's smoking. Remember me complaining about that? So now my whole house is filled with smoke. My whole friggin' house is now filled with her smoking. She's smoking outside, and I have all my windows open. I am so effing pissed. God. She hasn't been around for over a year. I thought maybe she had quit smoking. My whole room now is just filled with smoke. Oh my God. If I go and it's I'm sorry, I have to close the windows. I apologize for the interruption, but oh my God, I'm so freaking pissed. Bitch. Thanks. Thanks for smoking up my house. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It's just so annoying. Okay. Calm down, Ann. There's nothing I can do. I can't tell her that she can't smoke outside. Let me cut this straight. I'm calming down. I'm just taking deep breaths. Well, I don't want to take a deep breath because I'm inhaling her friggin' smoke. I'm sorry, folks. I apologize for the outburst. I just thought, oh, that's really, I like that. Or maybe do this. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Okay. Let me put down Moses. Grandma Moses. I have a fresh breathe, yes. It's just thank you, Roseanne. Yes, I just she always likes she smokes in the backyard, and if I had enough guts, I would call her and say, hey, you know what? Why don't you smoke in your mother's garage with the garage door closed? Oh, weed smell. Yeah, that would be, yeah, I mean, yeah. That wouldn't be too cool either. Oh, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. Oh, lucky me. Look what I have right here in front of me. She never, ever comes and sees her mother. But she calls her mother 3 times a day, apparently, to make sure she's okay. But she lives about 45 minutes south of here. But they're the ones that they the woman and someone was right there smoking. Told my gran, hold your breath. We're going to smoke. Oh, wow. Streamathon. Go to Raul's channel. Chris posted above, and then go to the post. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Violet. Thank you for posting that. I mean, honestly, I don't know how people, and the cost of smoking is just, I think cigarettes are over $7 a pack here. Hi, Andrea. Great to see you too. I think it's over $7 a pack here. And I know, like, oh my God, in the city or someplace like, New York or places like that, it's probably double digits. And believe me, this woman doesn't have 2 cents to rub together, but she's smoking. Just saying. I'm bitching about my neighbor's daughter who hasn't been here for forever. Is visiting her mother today. And I had all my beautiful windows opening and enjoying finally not having to have AC on. And she, of course, decided to step out and have a cigarette. So filled my whole room with cigarette smoke. That's what I'm bitching about. Hi, Devin. No, it just fell on the floor, unfortunately. Okay. I am altering my 2026 calendar for the new year. This is what I would do if I were streaming this year, but since I'm not streaming this year, I thought I would start it now. I'm obviously not going to finish it. Then I won't be here. Hi, Emery. I won't be here next week. Yeah. Because I won't be here. Because where will I be next week? Is next Sunday the 4th? Yeah, I'll be on the last day of the cruise. Yeah, I won't be here next Sunday. And I won't be here Wednesday. Okay, there. All right. Let's see. I'm so thrilled with finding that picture. That's such a beautiful wintry picture. And I really like these boots. These boots are made for walking. Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's 2 hours is a long time to fill. And that's why I no longer basically saying I'm on 5 to 7. I'm just going to say, I'm on at 5 o'clock. And, I'm just going to, and that's it, a starting time. And I won't go over 7 because other people come on after that. We try really hard not to step on one another's toes, but sometimes it's inevitable. No one owns the internet, and there's always replay. Oh, good. Hi, Carol. I am altering my calendar for this year. And I opened up this plastic envelope, and I hit the mother lode. It is just filled with tons of pictures that I have cut out. And I didn't label the envelope. I usually label collage, large, medium, and small images, but I figured I would throw this on the pile. And when I opened it, oh my God, grandson Moses popped out with the wintry scene, and so we're off to the races. So I think my next journal is going to be Winnie the Pooh. And I found a really great website that has incredible selection of free downloads. And it's called Artsy Fartsy Life. .com, and they had some amazing free Winnie the Pooh downloads, and it was the original Winnie the Pooh, not the Disney Winnie the Pooh. And of course, you don't want to get me started on that topic because you just don't want to know. You don't want to. Many of you know how I feel about the Disney Winnie the Pooh. It's disgusting. They fattened him up. Yeah, not good. But the Milne children sold the rights to Winnie the Pooh to Disney. And, I guess they needed the money. I am. I'm going to do Winnie. I am a huge Winnie the Pooh fan. I have been for years. I got the Winnie the Pooh book. And my best friend Nancy got a copy of that book for Christmas also that same year. And I guess we were probably about, my guess is 7 or 8-ish. Yeah. Well, Janet Young usually reads the list and posts it in a Google Doc New Year's Eve. So I think it'll be available after New Year's Eve. Maybe it's available now. I'm not 100% sure. But in the past, she kind of reads through the list, and she has put it in a Google Doc that you can download and print out. And there are people in here that probably have more current information. But everyone seems to be agreeing that during her New Year's Eve, and of course, if you don't want to stay up that late. Oh, do you? Okay. Well, I have a Winnie the Pooh scrapbook paper pack that I bought a while ago. with the original Pooh. And I don't know what do you think? I think I want the boots. I need something behind that. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Got some really good images here. All right. Oh, look at all these images, folks. What was I saying? I can't remember now. I lost my train of thought. Ha ha ha. The train's left the station. Oh, Winnie the Pooh. Yeah, so I bought a used copy of the book. I have my original copy, which is beat up, believe me, but that's like a sacred copy. And so I bought another copy that I'm going to cut up, and then I will. If people are familiar with the Alice in Wonderland journal I did many years ago, it's going to kind of be like that. I'm probably going to follow the book at a. That's right. It's good. It's good to be that way. So this is what, this is obviously, this is before the internet and all of, the 21st century distractions. Nancy and I would lay in her bed on our backs, taking turns reading Winnie the Pooh out loud to one another. Picture that. We are reading Winnie the Pooh, taking turns reading it aloud to one another. And we come to the part where Winnie the Pooh and Piglet decide to bring Eeyore a birthday present. And Winnie the Pooh is going to bring him a pot of honey. And Piglet has a balloon. So they take off with all good intentions, right? To surprise Eeyore with his birthday present. And of course, Pooh cannot restrain himself from eating the honey. So he eats the honey. And then I think he drops the pot. Piglet is running along his merry way, and he falls on the balloon, and the balloon breaks. So they finally find Eeyore on the edge of the 100-acre forest, I think. And Eeyore's being Eeyore and has his head down and has Eeyore sayings, pessimistic Eeyore sayings. And when they present him Milne, Milne, M-I-L-N-E, A.A. Milne. And the illustrations are by E.H. Shepard. I call it decorations, but these are, this is a facsimile. A.A. Milne. Forgot. Okay, yeah. Some leftover paper from Christmas. I don't know. Yeah. I'm talking to Joyce. All right. Let's see. I'm not sure I like any of this, folks. I hate to be this picky, but I'm not happy with that. So let's see what else I have here. All else fails. Oh, this is a piece from Flow magazine. I'll stick that there. How's that? And I'll stick this up here like so. That'll be good. And then we'll stick the boots on. I'm getting warmed up. This is not that great, but that's okay. We'll figure it out as we go along. All right. Let me just do this. Let me put a little mark here. It's still pretty warm here, like 78. Isn't it great? Oh, really? Tigger, yes. Oh, did you have a Pooh themed card? That's cool. I love Winnie the Pooh. It's such a great story. I don't think, I could be wrong, but I don't think he wrote anything other than the Winnie the Pooh. It was Winnie the Pooh and Pooh at Pooh Corner, and they were all in one book. Does anybody know? I don't think that he wrote anything else other than Winnie the Pooh. I'll show you in the back of these books. There's a beautiful picture of A.A. Milne and Christopher. Let me show you. Now there's A.L. Oh, that's Shepard. That's the illustrator. And there's A.A. Milne. Can you see? Oops. A.A. Milne was born in London in 1882. He began writing as a contributor to Punch magazine and also wrote plays and poetry. Winnie the Pooh made his first appearance in Punch magazine in 1923. Soon after, in 1926, Milne published his first stories about Winnie the Pooh, which were an instant success. Since then, Pooh has become a world-famous bear, and Milne's stories have been translated into approximately 40 different languages. Isn't that cool? I am thrilled too, Andrea. We have all these wonderful Pooh people here. That is wonderful. That is a wonderful thing to have Pooh people in our presence. Good thing to hang out with Pooh Bear. Yep. Let me see if I can't pull that up. Okay, let's do that. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. Okay, all right, all right. That's going to work. I'm happy with that. Okay, Carol, thanks for stopping in. Let's see if I can make that straight up. Now the copy of Pooh Bear that I was given as Christmas present, I'll show it to you when I'm start working on the journal. The inside cover is a map of the 100-acre forest, but in my copy, it's misprinted and it's like double vision. It was misprinted, and I'm often wondered whether that was worth money because of the misprint. You know, it was a mistake. Sometimes like an error in a baseball card or something like that, a mass-produced thing that has an error is a rare, you know. So I'll show you when I start doing the journal. I'll show you my book and how the you know, the drawing of the 100-acre forest is like double vision. Okay, so let's. No, I'm gonna take this off. Let's see. Let's come down like so. Then I lose the toes. Well, not sure. Well, if we lose the toes, we lose the toes. I'm gonna center this kind of like in here. I'm not crazy about that. So, let's see if there's maybe stick something like this behind there, like that. And stick that there. else do we have here? Ooh. Hmm. Hmm. I might kind of like that. Not like that, but no, let me stick this on here. So back to reading out loud. We're reading that chapter or that part of the story, and we start laughing. I remember to this day us laughing until tears came in our eyes. We were laughing so hard at that particular story. And Nancy called me yesterday, and I hadn't spoken to her in ages since her birthday. We met the first day of kindergarten, so we've known each other 71 years. 71 years. Can you imagine? I didn't know where she lived. She didn't know where I lived. And so that Halloween, she showed up at my door trick or treating. So then at that point, we figured out that we must live pretty close to one another. And it turned out she lived around the corner. Oh, what happened? I'm Julie. Hi, Andrea. I'm missing the chat. Let's see. Let me go back. What's going on, Julie? Oh, wow. You got to be kidding. Was a stamp of that 100-acre wood stamp. Oh, how awesome. That is so awesome. Okay, I need to get somewhere. Okay. Julie says hello. I don't know. Hi, Julie. Boy, did I have a rough night. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You had a rough night. That's not good. I'm so sorry to hear that. Well, hopefully. Oh no. Well, I'm not going to share with you my opinion on painkillers and alcohol because it's irreverent. But if you know me, you can probably guess that it says alcohol enhances, right? Pain medication. So my feeling is it just makes the pain medication work better. But I'm not a doctor. I'm not even one, on TV. So please ignore but I'm sorry that, yeah. Well, hopefully you will sleep better tonight. Okay, let's see. That's going to need a little fixing up or something, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'll go back and clean it up. All right. I got a cup of coffee. I'm not real crazy about it, but I don't hate it. But man, I really cut out some little ass stuff, didn't I? Look at that. La Orange. I don't know. What do you think? Oops. Okay. I like that little, but if I have a little spot of orange here, see now if I start thinking about things being balanced and like composition rules, I will be totally messed up because I just don't do that, even though I know. See, I guess you would do that, right? And then they kind of bounce off one another. I usually do them. This is what I normally would do during my New Year's Eve streamathon, that 2 hour time slot. I would, yes, I'm irreverent. So no, because I use this calendar. So no, to answer your question, no, I do it. I do it all at once. I'm sorry, I couldn't answer your question in a straightforward fashion, but yes, the answer, I do it all at once. And I hang this calendar on my back door, and I really enjoy looking at it as the year goes on. And I forget, what I did, and I love looking at it. And then I write in all my fun stuff, all that fun stuff, doctor's appointments and dentist's appointments and all of that stuff. And last year, I used Timmy people on a lot of these pictures. So I didn't think of that. Yes, Sister Anne. I was trying to explain to my friends how I became known as Sister Anne. And of course, they didn't get it, but they thought it was pretty funny. And I have this beautiful Be Right Back sign that Di made for me. So she created a digital, an AI version of Sister. And I've got flip flops on, and I'm passing out art supplies. Speaking of the devil, there she is, Di, the creator of this. Oh, I'm sorry, Julie. Hi, who's your mama? So, thank you, Di, for that. I have that right up there. Okay. Let me flip this over. And typically, what I do in here is I get some washi tape. You know how we never use washi tape? And I start using washi tape covering up these things. Debbie. Is it Debbie? Oh, I don't know. Someone's asking. I'm embarrassed. I don't remember now who's your mom's name is. I'm sure she'll tell us. Maybe she won't. That's her prerogative. But I think so let's stick that there. And this is another way of using up washi tape. She is Debbie. Okay, Debbie, who's your mama? Oh, I'll remember that. I know I will remember it. Oh, look what I found. How awesome is that? What? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Look at that. She can come skiing in over the rooftop. Like so. She's jumping. Oh my gosh. How cool is that? Oh, I love it. Oh boy, oh boy. And I cut this out ages ago. I know. And she's been floating around for a while. And she ended up in my washi tape drawer. And she just fell out. How perfect. How perfect. Wow. Okay. Yay. Now I have to be very careful to glue her on, because I very carefully cut her out. Ski poles and all. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay. Oh, wow. Oh, be careful. Be careful. Be careful. Oh my God. How cool is this? And I have her. We can see her head in the. Oh, wow. Yes. Oh, ooh, ooh, be careful. Be careful. Be careful. Oh, I love it. Look at that. Hi, Cheryl. I love it. Look at that. How perfect is that? And now she's in a safe place, and I don't have to worry about her getting, yes, serendipitous. Yes. Oh my gosh. Thanks. I just can't believe that. How awesome is that? Medical tape. No, we don't want medical tape. Let's see. Ah, ah. So, this is Diane Weekly. Ooh, how about that? What do you think? Oh, you can see what I'm doing. I think I finally have my camera in a fairly decent spot. Right, let's do this. Did you know our nostrils alternate dominance every 90 seconds, which helps filter and humidify the air we breathe? I didn't know that. Did you know that? Every 90 seconds? They're they're not firing on both nostrils? Huh. Fascinating piece of useless information, which I love. I love. Well, I'm kind of glad I've told everybody that I'm going to do a Winnie the Pooh journal in the new year, because that will kind of force me to get my arse in gear. I've been thinking about it and thinking about it, and now I'm going to do it. I know. Yes. You need them firing on both cylinders or both nostrils, I guess. Let's do this. Okay. I think I'll put another piece down because I can. You know, washi tape kind of gets old. I mean, I don't have a whole lot of washi tape. I have one tote, one tote of washi tape. The tote is a drawer in my scrap box crafting center thing. Tote, not a toque. Totally different thing. Yeah, I read that Ryan Hall was talking about the storm that's coming. Again, Nancy called me, and she lives out on eastern Long Island, and they got 8 inches out there. But that storm passed through, is gone. That came through yesterday, and I guess New York City got some snow, because snow in the city is a disaster because it's really hard to plow because there's cars on all of the streets, and there's nowhere to go. And oh no, okay. That was Mo and Sean. I was hoping they weren't going to call me, but so it's a real hard thing to plow in the city. Obviously, there are obvious reasons, but they don't typically get a lot of snow because it's an island, and being on the water kind of moderates. Okay, so I think typically I would cover that up, but I can come back and do that. Um, and then I would find a quote, but I'm going to go on to another page. And again, when it's done, I will share with you the finished pages and the quotes. We're under winter weather advisory today and tomorrow. Oh no, that's the worst. Rain turning to ice and then snow. That is so bad. I'm surprised you're not just getting snow. 68 degree. Wow. Well, it was 60 degrees in Denver last week. It was 60 degrees in Denver last week, but the week before that, the day I came home from Denver, it was 12 degrees. You know, the weather's crazy, and as you know, folks, it's not going to get any uncrazier. It's just going to get crazier and crazier. So buckle up. Put your seatbelt on and buckle up. It's going to be a hell of a ride. We were very fortunate. No H's came near us. Okay. All right. So let's turn the page. Okay. Create with Becca's on now. I'm going to go check out what Becca's doing. And don't go all cute on me. Yes, these are very cute pictures, but this is going to be a little tricky. All right. Now I need a big picture. So I'm going to have to go. I have some big pictures over here, like full page images. Yep, north. Okay. We had a lot of snow on the ground a few weeks ago, but then the odd warmings, yeah. We're tucked in and warm. Well, that's good. I know they were talking about really strong winds too. And I think the wind has to be at least 25 miles an hour to be considered a blizzard. Obviously snow in, I think, 25 miles an hour constitutes a blizzard. Now look at this picture. Are you ready? Look at that. Is that not awesome? Disney on steroids. I don't know. This is from, what magazine is this from? Town and Country. Okay. Now, Tasmania, that's a separate island, right? I'm so ignorant. I'm embarrassed. So, and they had snow. I know. I honestly don't think we do a really good job of teaching geography in this country, period. But, and I don't know. I don't know what else to say. That's my personal opinion. They had a lot of snow. Okay, yes, it is an island state off the coast of Victoria. Okay, all right. Thank you. Because you always think of the Tasmanian devil, and that's a real animal, right? I think, yeah, it's a real critter. I think I'll cut the bottom off this. Well, yeah, I like the top. You can see what it's a pretty cool picture, right? Let's see what it is. What it is. A rebus, extra large, crystal mirrored Walt Disney World castle. Oh, It's only, are you ready? It's only $285,000. Crystal Arts, located in Main Street, USA, at Magic Kingdom, and it's for sale for $285,000. So I wonder if it's one of a kind. Wow, interesting. Yeah, better hop on that, right? Could be on sale. Well, my friend Nancy, she says she pops in occasionally in the stream. So if she's there, Nancy, hi. I told her, sometimes I tell a lot of Nancy stories because we did get in a bit of trouble as kids. Nothing serious. Nothing like you're going to get arrested or anything like that. And I'll blame Nancy. She was the mastermind behind everything. Pocket change here. I was the follower. I will admit it, I was a follower. I would follow Nancy. And she'd say, hey, why don't we sneak into the counselor's room in our cabin and steal a pair of their underpants and then go to the main area where the flagpole is and run their panties up the flagpole? And I said, wow, that's a great idea. Why don't we do that? And we did. Unfortunately, we broke the flagpole. The cords got jammed, so the panties got stuck halfway up the flagpole. So the next morning, they have a big like cowbell that they ring, and everyone assembles around the flagpole for the morning's salute and like a prayer. And there are these panties. Actually, I take that back. I guess the headmaster, a person of, when they saw the panties on the flagpole, they brought the flagpole down. So when we got to the main area, the flagpole was on its side, and the panties were half mast. I don't know. So the flagpole was half down, and the panties. So, and they were like shaming. They were shaming us into confessing who did this, and whoever did this should be ashamed of themselves, and they should really kind of turn themselves in, and blah blah blah. And of course, I immediately wanted to turn ourselves in, and Nancy's going, no, they don't know we did it. Hi, Debbie Epps. And but I said, we have to turn ourselves in. And Nancy's going, why? They don't know we did it. But anyway, we went into the headmaster or the head lady or whatever and spilled the beans. And of course, I'm crying. And Nancy was very stoic. Nancy was not really showing any emotion. And I'm in tears. And I'm so sorry we did this. All of that. And Nancy's like, yeah, so what? Anyway. One of the many adventures. We had a lot of fun at camp. I loved the camp. Camp Mahitu on Bear Lake in the Catskills, upstate New York. Yes, don't involve me because yes. I'm apparently I'm a nun, so I'm a great confessor. Yes, I don't know. I think I'll glue these down and then I'll put that over there. The Great Confessor. And I'm assuming by now everybody knows how I ended up being called. Oh, wait a minute. I think that I wanted the penguins. Yes, that makes much more sense. So let's have some penguins. Hi, Lydia. The nun stories comes from Pam's people. Someone thought I was a nun. Someone said something to Pam about they thought I was a nun. And Pam said, no, that's not the Ann I know. I don't think that's the... And then that's how the whole thing started. I started calling me sister. And then I wanted to tell people that when they were bad, they were going to have to say Hail Marys, but I forgot. I forgot that it was Hail Mary, so I said Rosemary. So anytime anyone curses, we go Rosemary, Rosemary, Rosemary. So that's how that came about. It's amazing how things come about. What 7 things? Let's see. Do you know what 7 Up and nuns? No, I don't. I'm sure you're going to tell us. What do they have in common, Debbie? 7 Up and nuns have in common. And they're both habit forming? No, 7 Up wouldn't be. Ah ha 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 ha. I was not raised Catholic. I was raised Lutheran. And I contend the reason why I was Lutheran, of course you had to, was the Lutheran church was closer to our house than the Catholic church. And I could walk to church. If my parents sent me, my mother was Catholic, or had been, obviously, she was excommunicated Catholic because she was divorced. But, I like that. So I guess we won't. So I could have easily gone to the Catholic church, but if they decided to send me to the Catholic church, hi Thunder, they would have to get up on Sunday mornings and drive me to church. But not so with the Lutheran church. It was just right down the road. I could walk. And it's kind of interesting that in the neighborhood, and this wasn't any choice when they moved into this neighborhood on Long Island, all the kids in the neighborhood were Lutheran. We all went to the same church, which was kind of cool growing up. So I contend that's the reason why I was raised Lutheran. My parents deny that. They denied that. My father was Lutheran. I really still believe that's the reason. Yeah, I kind of like that. Yeah, it's okay. I'll move this over, switch this over a little bit. That little bit of purple's not too up. No, you can barely see it. So that looks good. Yeah. Okay. Let's glue this big boy down. And of course, we went to Luther League, and of course, that camp on Camp Mahitu was Lutheran affiliated, and they had a national Luther League convention in Miami, Florida. You were sent uphill to the Baptist church. I'm assured that that's a totally different experience. for Baptist and Lutheran. So they had this National Luther League convention in Miami, and a bunch of the kids from our church went by train to this convention, right? And as I recall, we were probably 15 or 16. And I think we just talked our parents into letting us go. I don't recall any adult supervision, official adult supervision. My father worked for the airlines, so I flew to Miami. Now, how I got from the airport to the hotel we were staying in, I have no recollection of how we did that. Let's see, it was about getting 3 kids out of the house every Sunday for a few. Yeah, and you kind of have that suspect, cynical kind of, yeah. Can you imagine? Peace and quiet for a couple of hours on a Sunday. Perfect, Debbie. Perfect. So we are now staying in a hotel in Miami. The kids arrived by train and they found their way over to the hotel room. I think there were 3 or 4 girls in the hotel room. And there were different things, during the, that we should go to during the day for the convention. Did we go to the convention? What do you think? Hell no. We did not go to the convention. What did we do? Well, as I recall, we bribed the bellboy to buy us liquor. And we somehow rented a boat. Nancy had fake ID and knew how to operate a boat. And we rented a boat and took off in this boat and kind of went through like the intercoastal way and skirted like the Everglades. I don't know how but we did this. This is not a dream. We rented a boat. I think we did go to the convention closing day. Yep, she was the mastermind of. Yep, she was absolutely the mastermind. She was the smart one in the group for sure. And she's the only one of my friends who actually, I'm sorry, I have to get a one. When you're doing the glue stick, you get all glued up. She's actually one of my few friends. Actually got a job that related to her degree. She was smart. Her degree was in economics. She ended up working for a banking investment company called McKinsey Phillips in downtown Manhattan. Andrea is Andrea. But when we graduated from college, the job market was like 71, 72. I graduated 6 months early. Not because I was smart, but because I took some summer courses. But she actually went to the very world famous Catherine Gibbs Secretarial School because she couldn't get a job. But I think the job opened up at McKinsey Phillips, and she worked in a firm that did banking, figured out where to invest large sums of money. So she kind of did her economics thing. And me, I have no math sense whatsoever. I ended up having to pay an employment agency for a crappy bank teller's job. So I was a bank teller. Me, a bank teller. What a depressing job. All you do is handle other people's money all day. Not fun at all. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And we often call her Flo Thunder, yes. For function of light. Oh, I think she belongs here, don't you? I think she's going to be fussy cut it out. Let's see what else. I got some really good shit in here, folks. Oh, whoa. Well, let's see. Ooh. Maybe not. Ooh. Huh. Wow. This is like the mother lode. I had to go to bank teller training school. And this was so long ago that there was one adding machine in the whole bank. That was it. Just one adding machine. And at the beginning of every day, you were given a stack of scratch paper where you would do the basic addition and subtraction of deposits and withdrawals. The only adding machine was for when you had to enter deposits into savings accounts. I'm the odd one out. Why are the odd one? I'm missing half the. I'm sorry. And what do you think? This is like, I know these came out of a very funky, but look at this. I love it. Let's see. I like them. What do you think? They're just kind of taking a stroll. Andrea. I call her Andrea, Julie. What do you think? I like this. What do you think? Subtle? Or do we want to go for like a big dude standing over here? I kind of like them. They're just strolling, you know. Julie, possibly 58. You'll be 60 in March. Oh, you're so young to be 60 again. I'm just kidding. I kind of like that. I don't know. Yeah, I'm leaning towards these two people. They're just kind of strolling. I mean, I've got I think this is Seuss. These obviously came out of a mythology book. No, I think I'm going to put those two down. I don't know. They just appeal to me. Don't ask me why, because I have no idea. But they may not feel like babies. They may feel like, hey, we're old. Okay. All right. So these people are going to, well, I don't want them, you can't put them in the middle. That's against the rules. But Going on 12. Yes, that's right. I like them because they're kind of like, why are we in the middle of penguins? I'm going to cut this off. Well, Janet Young basically says she's a 12-year-old boy. And I believe her. This is a woman that's obsessed with drawing butts. How sophomoric is that? It's pretty 12-year-oldish, I would say. I like those. They're like, huh. Let me cut that a little bit better. Oh, you have the big 7. Oh, yeah, yeah. You know, the birthday that I had the hardest time with, which is really weird, was 39. 39 was really hard because the next year would be 40. And like I remember that 39 was difficult. Now it's just another year. You just, oh yeah, another year. I'm 76. I'm going to be 77 this year. I mean, wow, that seems old, doesn't it? What did I do? Stick that there. I don't feel that old. My body feels that old, but mentally I don't feel that old. I feel pretty chipper. I think I still have a good sense of humor. I know, exactly. 40 years old is ancient. And what was the saying? You never trusted anybody over 30? I think that was the expression. Well, now my boys, they're not boys. They're my oldest. It's going to turn 50 this year. He was born in 1976. He was a bicentennial baby. And he asked me if I wanted to go to Rome and celebrate his 50th birthday in Rome. I said, Dave, come on. I can barely walk. Europe is not handicapped. I can't do Rome. Are you kidding me? So I said, thank you very much for thinking of me, but there's no way that I would be able to manage Rome at all. I don't know. Sometimes you wonder what he's thinking. Smart guy, but however, this old body, these 2 crappy knees, not going to do Rome, and they certainly don't want to hold them back. Imagine me going down into the catacombs. I don't even know whether you can go into the catacombs anymore. When I was 15, we went to Rome, my mom and I. You're 74? See, you sound a whole lot younger than that, Cheryl. I would have never guessed in a million years that you were 74. Isn't that funny? That would not have been my guess. Wow. Well, you sound very young. Young. Oh, you think she's lying? Oh, she was born in 74. I'm 74. Right. Yeah, she's not lying. She's born. You were, born in 74. Yes, I think you're absolutely right. We're all young at heart. And I wanted to make sure, double make sure, that my brain kind of kept somewhat sharp. And that's why I started playing bridge. And that is a mental exercise. Let me tell you, it's definitely a mental exercise. And I'm enjoying it. And as long as I'm enjoying it, I will play. If I no longer or not enjoying it, then I'll stop playing. I have a very understanding, laid back partner. We play something called contract bridge, duplicate bridge on Saturday mornings where you have the same partner. And people know I've talked about this before. We perpetually, meaning almost pretty much every week, we come in last. And we're fine with that. We have no problem coming in last. We get a little up. We get a little jittery and nervous when we don't come in last place because no one wants it. But it doesn't bother us to come in last place. That seems to be our niche in the scheme of things. Last place is ours. And Saturday, I thought we played exceptionally well. We won actually we bid and made actually 2 games. And you get huge points if you bid something and actually make it. I mean, you can bid it, and if you overbid it, you don't get that many points. But if you bid it and make it, the points are like, it's a difference between getting 150 points versus getting 620 points. That's like the difference. And we did that twice on Saturday morning. So I thought really that possibly we were not going to come in last place. Wrong. He came in last place by a lot. So anyway, it's okay. And it's just a game. Oh, you played Bunko. I understand that's a real fun game. It's not difficult, but they have Bunko here. They literally have everything here. You name it. Bridge, Mahjong, Bunko, Texas Hold'em, regular poker, hand and foot. Hand and foot is a deviation of canasta. And you play with like 5 decks of cards. I think is there a little gambling in Bunko? I think. It needs something here, but I don't know what. A plug? No. I don't know what that needs. It needs a little something. All older ladies, they were the best and so free. Yeah, I'm sure they were free and fun. That could go there. It's a little doggy on a pink chair. I think that's random enough. Yeah, we'll stick that there. I'm not crazy about it. So hand and foot is a form of canasta. 4 people play, and I've subbed in hand and foot games because I've done quite a bit of subbing in bridge too. I was playing bridge Monday night, and my partner was my neighbor, and I didn't like playing with her because it is a card game. They throw dice. Yeah. And I'm learning, right? And she was constantly she was, after every hand, she would tell me what I did wrong. And she thought she was helping me. But after a while, it got really, I got really down and didn't want to play. And she kind of took the fun out of it because I wasn't getting it right. And I guess she thought that's the best. And I was embarrassing because then there's another pair at the table. And she was saying, well, this is what you did wrong, like, you idiot. And she didn't say you're idiot, but anyway, she made it a very unpleasant experience. So she went away and goes away for several months during the year. And when she went away, I stopped playing Monday nights. And when she came back, I said I'm not playing on Monday nights anymore. And that's the way I kind of got out of not playing anymore. I just stopped playing altogether. This is what, oh, there it is. This is kind of pretty. I'm trying to get this. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, you can. Come on. Okay, that's going to look pretty down here. Oh, wow. Wow, dinner and prizes. Yeah, I think she was. No, she was thinking that she was helping me. But then once she joked about embarrassing me, and she thought it was funny. She said, "Oh, you're probably never going to forgive me." And I'm thinking to myself, "You're right. I'm not going to forgive you." Staying connected with family and friends can reduce stress and depression, loneliness, and anxiety. Have been like inflammation, swelling, arthritis, and even diabetes. So stay connected. There's a recommendation from Health First. Health First is my insurance. Health First is a very, very, it was only once a month. And I'm assuming that you would rotate hosting it. But that's a lot of people. 3 tables of 4. That's like 12 people. But that's kind of cool. People who host bridge in their homes typically provide nothing other than the cards. And if you want water or anything, you have to bring it yourself. I had my bridge ladies, my Thursday bridge ladies over here for, oh no, for bridge, to kind of show them my new room. But they'd never been in my house, so they got to see the house and the new room. Everybody knew about the room, obviously, because every week they'd say, well, how's the job? How's the construction going? And so everyone heard my tale of woe. So everybody was kind of invested for this thing to be done. The one lady said she would drive by every Sunday with her son. Her son lives with her in their golf cart to see how the house was coming along. Now it's done. That is really pretty washi tape. And it's not transparent. It's like solid. I like it a lot. It's very pretty. I think I'm going to put a piece of that up here. But Health First is very local. It's only covers Brevard County. And I'm in a Medicare Advantage program. And a lot of people don't like Advantage programs because you have to use their doctors. But for me, I really lucked out because the school I worked at, Holy Trinity, their medical insurance was through Health First. And so all my doctors were already Health First doctors. So I didn't have to change any doctors. So I've been with Health First. Well, if you count all the years I worked at Holy Trinity, which was 19 years, and then the 6 years I've been retired. So I've been with Health First for 25 years. I didn't realize that until I said that out loud. Okay. I think I'm going to wrap it up. I know it's a little early. I'm not going to finish another page before 7. And I'm excited we'll be able to. Oh, we go back to your primary doctor. Yeah, that's nice. I've been with my primary doctor for 17, 18 years. She's only the second doctor I've ever had, and I've lived here 25 years. And I taught both of her daughters at Holy Trinity. So I know the family. I know her dad, and I know, obviously her daughters, and I know her husband, Doug, who is a great guy. He's a doctor also, and he works with the VA. Good people, good people. Well, thank you, Devin. Yeah, I am. Well, I will show it to you. I might probably maybe work on it again when I get back because it'll only be the beginning of January, right? So I'm going to be adding quotes. So I will be back streaming on, wow, not until the 11th of January. And then there'll be some new stuff coming on Wednesdays, and that will be revealed in a timely fashion. Huh, right? So I'll be on the cruise the 4th. And then the 11th, Sunday. So the next Sunday cruise is until January 11th. So we did this one. And this was just unbelievable. Oops. And then we'll get some quotes, Winnie the Pooh quotes, and we'll go from there. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. I am going to fix myself a Tito's and watch some football. I'm in second to last place this week. I came in first place last week. This week I'm in second to last. Yes. Hi, Christina. Yes, I'm going on a cruise, and Happy New Year's to everyone. And catch all the Streamathon as much as you can because it's a wonderful experience, and you'll probably meet new crafters along the way. And then remember, if you can't be good, be careful. And Happy New Year. And see you on the 11th. And bye. Bye. Bye, Ruth.